Have you ever blown your trading account? How many traders out there have done so, and how many times have you actually blown your trading account? Now, let's talk about some of the reasons why maybe you're suffering from blowing those accounts every time you get funded or you put your own funds into your trading or brokerage account, I should say, okay? Well, first and foremost, I would say you truly do not understand market structure. Yes, I am talking about the movement of the market moving to the upside or downside. We all know the market can only move in two directions, right? So, trading is easier than you think it is, but you must understand what the market is trying to attempt to accomplish, all right? That's the overall goal. Is it moving up or is it moving down? You have to be able to determine that, okay? Now, when the market is trading to the upside, it's making higher highs and higher lows. We know that, okay? Anyone that has a little bit of common sense and has some experience reading the charts for a period of time. Now, if it's moving to the downside, it's making lower highs and lower lows, all right? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to really figure this stuff out. I'm going to say that, okay? Because you don't. Trading is all about what you see more so than trying to sit here and analyze every little detail in the market. When we do so, we're probably missing out on key opportunities, which could be areas, for me, supply and demand levels or zones that I should be trading off of, and I'm missing the opportunities. Plenty of opportunities arise on the daily depending on the strategy you use. I trade supply and demand. Have I ever blown my trading account? Me personally, I have not. The reason being is because I guess I'm very frugal in a sense as far as being able to manage money correctly. You know, I told myself, you know, when I first started, if I started or I had instances where I was taking losses, that I would stop, okay? Lots of individuals or traders, what they do is they either going for the full gusto, they have the large amounts of money or pool of money that they want to put into their brokerage account, and they just say, hey, I'm going to trade. I'm going to chase the market. I'm going to trade it based on the direction it's moving either up or down. And when they do so, they get smacked on the hand pretty hard, or they really, get nailed to the wall pretty quick, and they blow their account. And lots of times those type of traders actually end up just stopping everything they're doing, and they do not even touch the markets again. Now, for me, I was very passionate about it, but I was also very logical about my approach, okay? My biggest downfall was not being able to read the market. When I say this, guys, you should be able to trade, okay, without having any indicators. To me, it's the best style or way of actually trading, okay? It's taking everything off your charts. That's when the doors open up. That's when my eyes open up, was when I was able to just take everything off, all right, have a naked chart to trade from, because it allowed me to really focus or zero in on what the market was truly trying to accomplish, all right? Also in this video here, I hopefully can be able to take some trades. So maybe I'll couple in a live trading session here, depending on what the market is actually doing. But I wanted to talk about this topic of, blowing your account and how to kind of recover from that as well, So look, I want to tell everyone out there, whatever you're doing, okay, and maybe you're very passionate and you really want to figure this thing out, so you can become successful and profitable in trading, all right? You see me do it on the daily. It is truly possible, all right? Lots of people think that, they aren't able to do it because of the fact is it's like they get frustrated after blowing their account one time, blowing it again, and then taking another loss, whatever the case is, that just blows that account again. Stop the first time. After you have depleted your funds in your account and, you probably get frustrated and you don't know what to do next. If you really want to be successful, take some time. Go back and figure out what it is that you're actually doing wrong, okay? The reason why lots of traders end up blowing their accounts is because they do not, one, understand how to read market structure. Two, or understand market structure, understanding the what I call the foundation or the artwork in a sense, whatever the market is actually trying to show you that it's trying to do, okay? All right, it's painting a picture, and you have to be able to figure out what's going on. All right. Number two, being able to read price action. You have to be able to understand what it is doing. So if the market is moving to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows, we're going to be looking for opportunities to take that, to look for positions to buy, okay? And we have to be able to determine what areas or zones we want to take our trades from. Now, I don't chase the market and just jump into a trade. I look for the opportunities for price to pull back the key zones and then move with the market to the upside, okay? That's the best way to trade, because the market is always doing, it's only going to do one thing, you know? Or I should say two things. What it's going to do is it's going to move, pull back, okay? All right, it's going to move and then pull back, either up or down, all right? And the best opportunity is waiting for price to draw back, because when you want, or where you want to get into a trade going long at, is when the price is at a discounted price or cheaper in an area, okay? And you want to sell where price is higher, all right? So when we're moving to the downside, we're looking for opportunities to pull back to higher prices to take the market back down, okay? You ever hear the term buy the lows, sell the highs? That's what I'm talking about here. So understand market structure. Try to figure out what it's doing, all right? Stop blowing your accounts, okay? And go back, because that's probably your biggest downfall of what's causing that to happen. So go back, watch some videos. You can watch some of my videos here on the channel, but learn it from somewhere or someone how to read the markets correctly. It is not that hard. Once you do that, okay, things open up for you. The doors were open, all right? Okay? And I'm saying that. Take everything off of your charts other than the candles, other than price, okay? All those different indicators you're using that show you or give you mixed signals about, go green, go, and buy when price is moving to the upside, or, just flashing things that are attracting to you. Take them off of your charts, all right? The best traders trade just based on pure price action, okay? And they have that, and I'm not saying that they're just jumping in when the market's pushing lower or jumping in when it's pushing higher. Build a strategy around that. That's the second most important thing as well, is determining or building or formulating a strategy, okay? All right, as well as a trading plan. Now, that strategy should be something that's incorporated within your trading plan and be one of the major or the biggest components in your trading plan. Understand that, okay? I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to lay out or write out your plan. Figure that out on your own, because everyone's plan is going to be specific to their own need, okay? And you should follow that as a reference guide when you're trading each and every day, okay? No matter the market, all right? So, number one, please do yourself a favor, okay? Grasp, understand market structure. It is the biggest component, because without that, being able to read or understand what the market is trying to accomplish, you're going to fail time and time again. And what comes from failing? Blowing money. No one likes to sit there and just waste money. If you're going to do that and you don't want to take the time to really truly understand how to trade, just take that capital. Take your cash, whatever you have that you put to the side to say, hey, this is what I want to trade with. I have the funds here. Just get in your car, go down the road, and throw it out the window, because that's exactly what's going to end up happening every single time. So you have to ask yourself, do I want to win or do I want to consistently lose? All right. And it wasn't until I was able to really sit back, okay, all right, kind of just take a breather, a step back, and say, well, me personally, that was my downfall. I did not completely understand how to really take a look at my charts and understand the structure of the market. What is it doing right now? What is it doing? It's going to do something every single day. It's going to do something different every single day. But the thing about it is just figuring out what is the overall direction. And how we do so is looking at our higher time frames. And then when we're ready to look for entries or trades, we scale down to our lower time frames. It's as simple as that. All right. But we're trading the lower time frame in the direction with the higher time frame, I should say, okay? So if the market is on a higher time frame moving to the upside, then on a lower time frame, we're looking to move to the upside as well, okay? All right? So please do yourself a favor. Figure out what it is that is, I should say, disallowing or not allowing you to be profitable within the markets, and is causing you to consistently blow your accounts, all right? Stop funding accounts or putting money into accounts or spinning the wheels and trying to pass, these evaluations, which me personally, I've never paid for an evaluation, and I never will. I started with my own funds since day one. Okay, now I don't know much about these different prop firms out here, so don't even ask me that, guys, because I do not know. I know there's a bunch of them out there now, but years ago when I first started, it wasn't something on the radar that everyone was talking about. Okay, now if you pass these prop firm evaluations, or on your way to passing, or you already passed and you're making money, then that's fine. Okay, all right. But for me, everyone has to really pick their own way that they want to get into the markets, whether it's using their own funds or using someone else's funds. But this video is not about that, because I don't know much about prop firms. I know they exist. I know what some of them consist of, whatever the case is, by individuals or community members or traders on our Discord community talking so much about them, but it's not for me. Okay, I trade with my own funds and have done so since day one. All right, but I wanted to tell you, even with trying to gather or get funded through someone else's, using someone else's funds through a prop firm standpoint, that costs money. So you're spinning wheels, putting money, or trying to, I guess, purchase these evaluation accounts, whatever the case is, and then you blow it or you fail it, and then you have to pay these additional fees, whatever the case is, just to go through the process of setting up or working through another evaluation. You're just blowing money, okay? And they like that. I would think so. That's how they're making their money, okay? They're in business because they know a percentage of people are going to continue failing the evaluations. I mean, more people will fail these evaluations than they will pass them, okay? So they know in the end they're just collecting, okay? But again, this video is not about that. This video is about just trying to really help individuals understand the biggest piece to the pie is truly, if you want to become profitable and stop throwing your money out the window, all right, is understand market structure, all right, from a naked chart, okay? All these indicators out here are they're lagging, and they will slow you down. By the time you get into a trade, if you're trying to wait for a signal off of an indicator, you're too late, because price is going to draw back. Understand that, all right? So it may be drawing back, and then you have already gotten to the trade because, I mean, you allowed a signal to tell you when to get to a trade, meaning an indicator. You got into a trade, price is drawing back, and boom, now you're in drawdown, all right? And then once you either stops you out or you jump out of the trade, it moves in your direction. So that's the thing about it. If you purely understand market structure and able to read price action, you're going to be able to execute and get into trades when price comes back to a key zone or area that you're looking for, and get into it the time you should get into the trade and not be late on your entry, okay? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm just telling you, if you want to be successful, first, understand market structure, okay? Followed by being able to read price action, all right? Build a solid a trading plan which incorporates a great strategy, all right? Now, not every strategy is 100% effective, and it just depends on your style of trading, but some are greater than others, I should say, but everyone has their own kind of, I guess, edge in the market, So you have to figure out what works for you, all right? I figured that out many years ago, and it's allowed me to be profitable. I don't know what's going on in the market right now. It's kind of running to the downside. I know we had a bit of news this morning, so we'll continue to see what's going to take place here. And looking at things that are right now, it looks like we are a bit bearish with all the selling off right here. But, we got to kind of take a look and see what happened here. I mean, prior to early part of April, towards the end of April, making these higher highs and higher lows, we pulled back. Broke structure, hit the bottom, and so the market had been bearish right here before turning back around and starting to make these runs to the upside here, making these higher highs and higher lows. So right now, we do have on the higher time frame here, the market was running higher. Now it made these highs up here, and then it folded and started taking out some structure down to the downside. So yeah, I say we're a little bearish right now. Because it's definitely with all this strong selling off. If you look at the 24 range chart, you can definitely see it. Price breaking structure to the upside here before making the highs I just showed you on the higher time frame, 60 range chart, and then it starts breaking structure to the downside here. So yes, we are definitely bearish when we look at the lower time frame, the 24 range chart, and even on the 12 range, we are making. You can see what the market does here. I mean, look, just all this selling off right here. So Let's see. Now this was an opportunity to go. I had it marked up yesterday. This was an opportunity to go short when price pulled back right here because this was a supply zone and the market sold off overnight. I wanted to take this trade into the overnight session, and I was hoping that I was going to pull back into it, before 11 or 12 o'clock last night, but it did not, and it really tapped into it around 1 or 2 in the morning. Into the London session, and then it sold off. So I wasn't up then to take or to really take opportunity to sell, jump into a short trade. So I mean, right now, looking at the market, it's just banging to the downside right now, and I need to take a look to see if I can get into any type of trade. All right, so I'm in a short trade here, and I'm looking for opportunity to basically take my trade back down to around the 21 area. So I'm going to, I think anyway, let's see, 21 and a quarter. All right, so I'm going to take out at 22 and a quarter, I believe. But anyways, I'm in a short trade here. Hopefully this works out. But I'm looking for price to run down and come down to right here. This red line is that I have here. This is a supply zone. Let me take a look here. Yeah, not supply zone, guys. I'm sorry, a demand zone here. We see the aggressive buying right here. If you look at the market, what it did, it made a high here, it pulled back, and then it broke to the upside here, taking out this area of structure. So I'm looking for price to run down and, come on down to this demand zone sitting down here. So hopefully I can get filled here. So I'm looking for it to take out the bottom end of this candle here at 24 and a quarter. And then come on down to 22 and a quarter. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get filled on this trade here. So this is a demand zone resting right here. There's a gap at, okay, there's an imbalance sitting up right here with this aggressive buying to the upside, and where it broke, basic structure to the upside as it was moving higher. So I'm looking for price to come down to that area. Hopefully it does. This is my 24 range chart, but I'm going to scale down now and move on down to my 12 range right quick. And I'm hoping the market falls through here. We got on the 12 range, I'm seeing price push down, pull back, kind of move sideways here. Then it broke structure to the downside, so it didn't pull it back right here. So I'm possibly early on this trade here, because I really need to see a break below this candle right here at 26. So I'm hoping we get some fall through. So I'm early on the trade, and price could actually come back up here to around and test 31. So we'll see what price does when it gets back up to 31, because it can come up to 31 and fail this area or reject it and then push lower. So I'm a little, like I said, I'm early on the trade here, but I'm going to stick it out and hopefully we get the move to the downside like I'm looking for. And we move down to that demand zone. All right. So bear with me as I stay in this trade here. Got a lot of selling off this morning, as you can see. It's hard to trade when you see the market just like selling off hard like that, and having small little pullbacks. So I'm basically trading a break to the downside and back down to an area of demand. So because I think we're bearish right now. All right, so the market hopefully comes down there and smacks my first contract pretty quick. We're only like a tick away from it now. Look at it. So right here at these lows. Okay, there we go. First contract's filled. All right, and let's see if we can get filled on the second contract here. At this point, I may go ahead and put a hard stop up there at my, hard stop, maybe 1 or 2 ticks below my entry point. Okay, look at it pulling back. Come on, baby, go on down there. I may take out. Here. Okay. Maybe I'll take out here at 4 points. Come on. Don't pull all the way back up there. Look at it. Now, my stop really is going to be, I really like to see it. It would be up above here, above this area of supply. Okay, let's see if we get filled here. One tick. Feel me. I hit it to the tick and bounced. Look at it. If it gives me 4 points, I'm gonna go ahead and take out on the second contract. It's bouncing in 1 and 2. Basically, it's taking liquidity or breaking below that low right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out right quick. I know it wants to come down there and possibly test lower areas. Come on, look at it, 1 tick away and pulling back. I'm gonna go ahead and take out. Okay, take out I think 3.5 points right there. So little short trade to the downside. Look at, there it goes, run to the downside. Okay, I knew it. All right, so you see there, it hit it to the tick. That's that demand zone resting below. So my trade was correct. I just jumped out just a little bit earlier. I should have followed through and allowed it to come on down there, but it's okay. Still able to profit today. So first little trade of the day, picked up quick 26 ticks down to the downside. Could have picked up probably about 5 points on that per contract, but jumped out a little earlier because the market started pulling back. But it's okay. That's, we just look for another opportunity, another entry, right? So prices, again, it's in that zone there. It's, as I mentioned, you see what it's doing. Tapped it, and it's kind of just moving sideways or rejecting it right now. So we do have a bit of high volume area, resting down here. This is all low volume. So what price likes to do is once it breaks through a major high volume area, say it broke through this area here, or even this small area below it, it likes to move through low volume areas and start testing higher volume areas. So let's say, price broke through this area here and even this area here. So we look at the, the relative size of this area here. Once it breaks this, price is like, should I, what it wants to depict or try to find out, excuse me guys, where it wants to move down to next. Okay, so once we get into a low volume area, price normally is going to kind of push through that pretty quick and start to sort out where it wants to land. Just kind of picture a plane in a sense. If you're flying, most people would say, oh, we're going to land at where the area is more, the terrain is a little bit more level or leveled at. We don't want to land at these peak areas, right? But in reference to looking at the market, in a sense, the market likes to land at higher peak areas, okay, where lots of volume is actually being traded at, because it's comfortable there. It knows that, oh, lots of trading took place in this area here. I want to go down to that area there and figure out what's going on there, in a sense. All right, just using a little bit of analogy in a sense, but in reverse. But anyways, price breaks through this area here, this high volume area, and boom, look what it's doing. It's shooting down. I'm thinking the next stop is going to be around here, possibly. I put this out on Discord. I said around 41.11.5, or possibly come on down here to 4,087. If it comes down here, it's going to be above this high volume area here. So typically I like to take my trades below a high volume area, meaning below the mean or below the area, right on the cusp or edge of a high volume area, to take it back to the median, back to the middle, which is the median area. So in this instance here, I probably would be interested when price comes back down to 4,087 and look, take it back up. But you have to trade what you see. That's the biggest thing. Trade what you see is going on in the market. Okay, and right now it's in this zone here, and we just have to wait it out. Okay, now it's come on down here to where 4,011. I just said that 4,011 and a half. I mean, it could push a little lower here, but we're at the upper area or body portion of this high volume area. So price is going to probably want to come down, to this area more than likely. Now, what I'm looking for as well is, price to come down to some area of demand, which we have here clearly. You see this move to the upside, pull back, boom, breaks higher. Below, I want to see price tap into some area of demand where there may be a gap or imbalance, and there's one here, okay, that it could tap into where it's at right now. So now that we've blown past this zone right here, excuse me, let's take this box now and move it right here. That'll be my demand zone. We have a gap there. Price is tapped into it. I put that out on Discord, that 4,011 and a half, or I should say 41.11 and a half, okay, is another demand area, okay, but I think price may push a little bit lower and want to tap this area first here, this high volume area, so we'll see what happens as well. Now, if we look at the 12 range chart here, we can see prices reacting off of this zone here. I'll tell you what I do better. Let's take this zone right here and we'll put it on all the charts so you can see it across the 12 range as well. So, okay, now it's on the 12 range. You see it. See price tap into it. That's that demand zone off the 24 range chart. And what you can see on the 12 range here is that price is reacting to it, okay? Now, I'm not going to go long just the moment that price breaks over this or clears, you know, breaks back to the upside right here. I mean, you can look for price to, you know, basically break this area of structure right here and maybe look for a pullback, but you know, we'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up here because price is really not doing too much. I mean, it's tapped into that zone off the 24 range, which I just showed you earlier. And looking at my 12 range chart here, not a lot going on. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. If you are a first-time viewer and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take the time to go ahead and click on the red sub button down below. Subscribe, turn on your post notifications, all of them. Make sure to click on the bell next to the subscribe button. And if you're interested in joining our Discord, find the link down in the description portion of the video. It is free of charge. We have a great community of trading members. We have well over 1,000. And we have a channel on there called The Trading Floor, and that's where we share our trade interest on a daily. So we take, you know, screenshots and post them so that other individuals who may be learning or in the mode of as a beginner trader can try to kind of help them or aid them in understanding, you know, the trades that are taking on the you know, according to the trader or whatever the case is. So I take screenshots, I post them on there, as well as, you know, I drop levels of interest and what I'm looking at, as well as other traders. So if you're interested in joining the Discord, find the link down in the description portion of this video. Please take the time to go ahead and drop a like on the video as well if you found some value in the content today. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I will see you in the next video. I probably will close out my session here for right now until maybe this afternoon to kind of see what takes place there. But other than that, that's all I have. Take care and have a blessed day.